All right, shout out to the mighty Who Dat Nation. Big Q in here representing the sports coma. Much love to you guys. Appreciate y'all being in the stream on this one. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and by all means, feel free to share the show on social media feeds. Shout out to FanDuel, the official sponsor of the show. Get your prop bets in at FanDuel. In this one, we talking about a very top-notch defender. Could the Saints be focusing on this young man? Even though I think he'll be long gone before the Saints pick, but the Saints met with him nonetheless. We know we love our Ohio State guys. Saints met with the Ohio State star Arvell Reese, which raised some eyebrows. He met with the linebacker this week, and we're going to cover that in this episode of the show. So New Orleans Saints have the number 8 pick in upcoming draft, and there are a few holes to fill, including the number 2 wide receiver spot, cornerback, and potentially the edge. On Thursday, ESPN's Jeremiah Fowler raised some eyebrows by reporting that the Saints had dinner with Ohio State Arvell Reese through the week along with the Jets. So Ohio State's Arvell Reese had dinner with the Jets and the Saints the week in Columbus. He also had a lengthy meeting with the Giants around Pro Day. A lot of people are looking at Arvell Reese. The Jets aren't the surprising team here. New York has the pick at number 2 pick in the first round. As mock drafts have popped up, the vast majority have floated Reese as the fit for the New York, but he's the number 3 overall prospect in the draft class per Sports Illustrated, behind Ohio State safety Caleb Downs, who's at number 1, and Notre Dame running back Jeremiah at number 2. The Saints meet with Arvell Reese, which is the reason why Reese having dinner with the Saints is a bit surprising, simply because of the fact that it would be a pretty big shock if he was on the board when New Orleans picked at 8. If he is, then the pick is a no-brainer. If he's at number 8, you take him 10 times out of 10 because of what he represents, right? There's no shock there. There hasn't been a lot of chatter when it comes to the Saints to sum up him as a prospect. He's a hybrid linebacker who's compared to Parsons numerous times because of his play style. He played in 14 games for Ohio State in 25, had 6.5 sacks, 10 tackles for loss, and 69 total tackles while being named All-American. So, guy's good. But Reese will be a dream addition for the Saints. He's just 20. He's 6'4", 240 plus, explosive wherever you put him on the defense. The fact that the Saints met with him is a fun idea. Again, it'll be a dream compliment to Chase Young for years on a rookie deal. It's not the most likely thing in the world, though, but now the time of year you can meet with guys, see what happens. The first few picks are somewhat easy to predict, but the draft as a whole is chaotic, and maybe something crazy might happen where Arvell Reese will fall to you at number 8. Unless something catastrophic happens with Arvell Reese in terms of him simply missing out or being hurt, that would be an interesting deal. If he falls to 8, he'll be gone in the top 5 picks, to be quite honest with you, because he's just that good, man. Let's look at his NFL card right here so you can see for yourself what we're talking about in Arvell Reese. They go up to 8.0 in terms of prospect grades for the NFL, and he has a 7.04 Pro Bowl talent. So he's a top-notch guy, 6'4", 240 plus, athlete off the chain. The guy ran a 4.46 and a 40 for a big linebacker prospect. Really solid player, right? And of course, Lance Zierlein adds that at 20 years old, Reese is still growing into his frame and his game, but learning from James Laurinaitis, the linebackers coach, and Pat Patricia, the defensive coordinator, should give him a head start in acclimating to the program. He plays off the linebacker, and stand-up edge with the talent to post-impact production from either spot. His third down versatility adds alignment variety and helps camouflage defensive intent. His rush diagnosis and angles of attack are average, but flows quickly once he's triggered, using assertive hands to stack and play off blocks. Fast in pursuit, his tackle finishing could become elite. His rush is kinetic and tough for tackles to mirror. He's under construction, but Reese already sprouted go-to moves, and rush plans need more refinement. He might need some runway to hit his stride, but his rare blend of traits, explosiveness, and versatility could become a perfect storm of chaos once a defense decides to deploy him. Now, his strengths as we talk about dynamic deployment potential as the Mike or a hybrid will linebacker. Still in the process of filling out his frame, as scary as that sound. Improved patience, diagnosis, downhill flow as season progress. Hands stay active to help play off through and around blocks. Has all the tools to become an NFL edge setter. Tone setting hand strikes and explode into the target. Length and speed provide playmaking range a city block wide. Already has 3 or 4 go-to rush moves under construction. Pairs a run and dip edge move with a speed bull counter. Fluid and fast, maximizes his attack on two-way goals. Comes to balance with good timing and in a tackle-ready stance. Twitchy laterally to bring down slashers in space. Can rush, spy, and smother man-cover targets underneath. So very athletic. His weaknesses, upper body strength will need more attention. Got to get stronger. Lack of experience shows itself in reaction time when diagnosis. That will improve. Needs to cut his hands loose quicker when striking blockers. That will improve. Affected by post-snap eye contact and misdirection. You got to get more patient. Needs better hand work and counter at the top of his rush, and inconsistent route awareness and zone drops. All this stuff can be improved upon for Arvell Reese. Now, the source, one of the AFC executives, according to the report, say he could play from depth or rush, but in my opinion, you need to choose one and build from there. Regardless or not, this is an incredibly talented player, Arvell Reese, which the Saints at this point are just doing due diligence on Arvell Reese to build their big board. But could there be a situation where the Saints are looking to trade up for Arvell Reese to add to one of the biggest positions that the Saints currently are dealing with, which is the edge spot? Now, we talk about the wide receivers. The Saints have 12 of them on the team. Now, most of them are inexperienced guys that we haven't seen teams play through consistently, right? This is true. But at the same time, edge is another problem. Cam Jordan could be gone. How do you fend that? That is also a point of emphasis, getting a bona fide edge rusher. Can Arvell Reese, or were the Saints willing to trade up to go and get him, or just doing an exercise to see where he is? These are things that we kind of account for, but under my estimation, I think that eventually the only way that the Saints can get Arvell Reese is if they have to go up the trade for him. And that would be very interesting. And it's like if they would get a guy like him to pair with Chase Young and Carl Granderson and kind of help that pass rush even more into the future, because that would be big for the Saints to land this guy with his versatility. Could you imagine? But nonetheless, man, it'll be easy to kind of just see the kind of talent that he has. But unless something drastic happens, like the Saints going up to get him, or him dropping in value, there is no way that he's going to fall to you at number 8. You would have to go and get him. So very interesting, the Saints just doing their due diligence, or is this a plan in the back pocket, perhaps? But you would have to go up high to go and get him, right? We're talking about inside the top 5, maybe 4. The Jets might be looking at him. You never can tell. A lot of stuff goes on, but a lot of people thinking Arvell Reese will be out of here in the top 3 to 4 picks. So we'll see how that all goes later on in April. But nonetheless, interesting to say the least. The Saints are scouting Arvell Reese. At this stage and talking to him, just filling out that big board or something more. Y'all fill in the comment section. Let me know how y'all feel about the Saints looking at him, doing due diligence, or perhaps having a card in the back pocket that they keeping to go and reach at him if they need to. Perhaps this would make this time of the year very fun, is thinking about what the plan could be for the black and gold. But nonetheless, what do you guys think? Put it in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about Arvell Reese, and do the Saints have a chance? Do you think they'll go up to get him? Do you think he'll fall to us? What's your thought process on why the Saints are scouting him? Just to fill out the board, or just to have a card in the back pocket? Y'all let me know. Also, big ups to FanDuel, the official sponsor of the show. Much love to FanDuel. Get your prop bets in there. If you want to join the platform, go to patreon.com/the Pro Media Network. That's patreon.com/Pro Media Network to get access to literally dozens and hundreds of dozens of shows of locked content on patreon.com. Also access to our news show, On Q with Big Q, and the On Cue archive. A lot of good videos, a lot of good game there too on real life stuff going on outside sports and entertainment. With that being said, y'all fill in the comment section. Let me know. Subscribe as we on the push to get 15,000 subs. We're getting close. Please help us out by hitting the sub button and get other diehards to hit that sub button as we push to get 15,000. But with that being said, man, I'm going to get on out of here, man. Much love. Peace. Go Saints.
Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that? Who that say they gonna beat them Saints? Who that? Who that?
Hey, New Orleans! Whether you're catching up on Saints news at Jackson Square, checking Pelicans scores in the Garden District, or staying updated on LSU while grabbing coffee in the French Quarter, there's one place that keeps you connected to everything that matters in our city. From Bourbon Street to the Superdome, from Preservation Hall to the Riverfront, New Orleanians are staying in the know with the WhoDatDaily.com, your daily source for Saints, Pelicans, LSU, and all the sports, music, and culture that makes our city special. At work downtown, at a game in the Dome, or just relaxing by the Mississippi, wherever life takes you in the Big Easy, you can stay connected. Because when you're from New Orleans, you don't just live here. You stay in the NO. That's stay in the know. Visit the WhoDatDaily.com and never miss what matters most to Who Dat Nation.
Welcome to the Pro Shop, where we create authentic NOLA-inspired clothing for men, women, and children. From Saints jerseys to Pelicans gear, everything's crafted right here in New Orleans. Whether you're shopping the Pro Shop, the Pel Shop, or the Pro Shop Kids, we've got your whole family covered with genuine merchandise that represents our city's spirit. Check for links in the description section below or in the chat.